Welcome everyone to continuation of wipe fixing live here, hybrid wipe fixing live here on this channel. It is a series. I took my capture dongle out, right? So here we have, now we only don't have a keyboard. That is a real keyboard, but otherwise Aladdin 5. If this password, the password without an escape key. Also maybe did it. Maybe this thing has coil wine. Wow, the thing has coil wine. AMD K6 hardware modded cache unlocked. Welcome. How did it go in the morning? This morning, very well. We vibe coded a vPro driver. It works. We have a 20 years later, we wipe coded a SGI Pro driver for Octane and stuff, and it worked. We are so thrilled and happy that now we continue fixing other things. Also, we released it already. So we instantly tagged 010 at GitHub and shipped it. And now let's see. This is so actually we could right. Maybe I should leave the keyboard out here stuff. Or run a diff. Actually, I plugged in so now is the terminal overload. Now we need to math things, test things. And how are you doing, Trip? Is this back? So this might not be search. We might have accidentally booted with serial console. No? What did we boot with? So I could check that here actually. So that should be something 486-ish, just for, not because it's a 4, it's a 686. 486 packages. What did we boot with? That's beautiful. We booted, yes. Oh, 576. Oh, for some reason. That ain't working then. That is half of that. It's not that. Is it that? Also not that. Oh. No, it is that. Let's unpowered cycle this USB shit thing, because some of this USB stuff sometimes doesn't. This is glitchy, cheap crap. But this also doesn't. It's close. Is that a typo? Did I typo? Also for automated testing, we want, I booted 7.1, I booted 5.7, is that not half of that? 5.7, 600? It's close, but 5.7, that's what I, password is correct. Bloody glitchy shit here. Now it works. Maybe 5.7, maybe I have a typo there. Is that not half of it? As it says, by 2. Oh yeah. I think that's half of it. 11.5, 200. Probably the usual cheap overseas what Claude, we're currently using Claude and things, Sonnet or whatever, or Opus or whatever. Okay, so you all, we could check, we need a little bit careful not to accidentally do something on, do we even need that? Maybe we don't need that. I better should log out before I do here something dangerous. So what we do need is also for everyone new here, we are T2 Linux. So let's serifig things. I got a couple of cards out already. One is the rendition verite. So, right. So we could also run it differently. Oh, that totally doesn't work. How does this totally not work? Oops. Yeah, the problem is I now confuse the keywords. The problem is that we have an amp player running here for the capture. We had an XOR conf. Oh, we could also fix that actually. This should here. We wipe tested that here. That's where we had that. So that is rendition verite, and that was the last time pretty broken. It's also super crazy slow. Okay, it's not that broken though. Where is mouse? Mouse, there is mouse. Why is it not? Okay, now I don't know. Somehow I remember this more broken. That is surprisingly not as broken as I remember. The core one of the system is crazy. How do I... The problem is how much is capture, but it feels complete. The capture cannot be that slow. Can the capture be that slow? Let me shortly replug the VGA to that. That's what I get from. Let's run the capture. Let me but just check if it's that slow, or is this a capture? I probably should invest into VGA splitter. Oh, the capture is so bloody slow. Oh, holy shit, it's super snappy locally. How can this capture be that slow? Okay, never mind. That is set. That capture that slow. Doesn't make the most sense. It makes me sad. But okay, it's not as broken. I mean, how can this capture have such a monumental delay, man? That is... That makes literally no sense. Is this going over USB 3? It's going over. This is somehow says, but YOLO. Okay, whatever. Not really sure how this can be that slow. I mean, this here is pretty snappy. No idea what's going on there. The other question is that a build with XAA restored? Because maybe it's just working because XAA not. Oh, look, when did we restore XAA? Maybe that's not running accelerated. Well, it's 26.4 though. Oh, skipping acceleration on user requests. You know, maybe we patched the default acceleration away because it was too broken. So no need to, where do I have what? Okay, here I have Cloud. Board Ethel 0. Shadow FB. Shadow FB foils things. SL1. Option no Ethel. Use SL or board Shadow FB and not Shadow FB. What? If not, no Ethel and Shadow F. Morning buggy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could also simply, these are 2 more nines, so that oops. I guess rebuild. The only thing, so I'm not sure if we could even retest this buggy state to show you. Damn it. I don't know what the option name now would be if that is. Maybe we shouldn't waste time with showing you how broken it was. I mean, it also upstream deleted. Option no Ethel, because if they say here no Ethel, do I still have that here? No SL, yes. Because I only checked the var name can always be different than the option name. Welcome everyone. This will drive me nuts today. Yeah, we also need to restart this. It works so far somewhat. I mean, how this can be. I remember it more broken, but I'm also not sure if that's okay. Maybe we should stop. By the way, which resolution is this? Maybe that's high resolution that this is so slow. Maybe that is 1600 by 1200 or even full HD or stuff. Yeah, this must be some high resolution. Actually, no SL4s. What the fuck? Option no SL false and it's still skipping that. This option also should be okay. Whatever. Let's not waste time with this stupid option. We could force the mode just so that if that works, just to avoid excessively slow capture. So this is a capture issue of this, or maybe it isn't. I don't know. I heard it was a capture issue. Okay, maybe it's faster, but still not amazing. Which resolution is that even? It's 1024. Okay, whatever slowness. Also, it currently doesn't accelerate. Now we need to get those packages over there. And so from now on, we will waste less time. Premium or free? I do not know about a free version. Maybe I paid $29.99 5 years ago. Okay, let's get those builds somehow over there. Do I have a 46 build here? No. Is this a desktop build? No, it isn't, huh? And no, we're not running it on a 46. What build do I have here? Actually, I have the matching build here. Is this build complete? Because this might be what I'm running. Oh, that's probably not the most complete. Probably deleted. That's not ideal. Is that really not complete? No. It probably should work if we take this build. Is that complete? Probably, huh? 21 gigabyte. hear me out. What kind of build did I get there? $26.4, yes. Is this system D? What did I even build here? Whatever random test build I got there. Okay. Then I don't think you use Fable for this because security disables its usage. Yeah, this Claude stuff was surprisingly good at figuring out MIPS disassembly. Wait, what? Okay, base rent things. Yeah, not ideal, but I cannot build. Yes, I could have always prepared even better. It's wasn't on my plan, on my agenda to. This should just work. Rebuilding these older things with Xbox server and things. Fingers crossed. I mean, I could native build it, but I also don't want to wait 20 minutes for a 600 megahertz overclocked AMD K6 3 Plus and Wacom one to build that. So what this is here is that is a AMD. This is actually a K6 2 that I soldered some resistor off and soldered some other on to unlock its cache. So I deleted it and soldered on this ceramic or so substrate. I actually filmed it and didn't even edit it yet. Because otherwise it's a AMD K6 2 Plus. And what the soldering is the soldering unlocks the full cache because AMD sold them. AMD sold the K6 3 Plus as K6 2 Plus with half the cache. And decades later, people figured out you could just unlock it with a resistor. How do we copy that over? Maybe here. Oh, actually, I logged out of there, right? Actually, where did I build this? I must have built that somewhere. Okay, YOLO. Ah, I built it here. Ah, I built, okay. I even built it on such a thing. Okay, okay. So 96 from Claude, straight from Claude's rendition. They're probably built by now, right? Let's double check. Yes. Trap, at this rate, like when we are done with the basic things, with the 2D things, at this rate we could actually tell Claude to port the S3 Verge, like once there was S3 Verge code. We could even Claude port this S3 Verge code to latest kernel and Mazer and stuff. Which, yeah, the thing is, theoretically I would want to write new stuff from scratch. But with this old Mazer and Exoc stuff, we have, of course, immediately more stuff at our hands to run. It didn't resync yet. This resyncing in the video signal always takes a while. The question is acceleration on? So actually I remember it was way more broken. But I couldn't show you that because this acceleration didn't enable with that build. What's Essel doing? Skipping acceleration and user request? Why the fuck? Why? This makes literally no sense. Let's start it differently to make my life easier. Let's not start it here from this TTY. Let's only use this for visually inspecting the output. Welcome, doctor. What are you doing? Skipping is a... Why is it skipping acceleration? That's funny. Is this hardware cursor? Okay, didn't expect. I thought like we fixed it. Didn't expect this acceleration. Doesn't even turn on. I would see my mouse cursor. Didn't expect that I need to fix this. This is a surprise. Unless we didn't copy something, but I guess we copied it. DDC probe, load DDC if needed. Why is that disabled? The DDC probe, oh here, load DDC, what? Why is it twice? What? If 0? Why is the code always slightly different? Rendition probe, P and index. Okay, here is Essel, no Essel, XAA things, skipping. But that is that here. If use Essel. This here is also all XOR people doing XOR code. if return option vol bool and not shadow FB. Wait, it needs shadow FB? Why does it need shadow FB? It needs shadow FB for acceleration. Why would that be? Do I read this right? Why would it need that? Ah, this is always so strange, man. Wait, but and not board shadow FB, but shadow FB and not shadow FB. Okay, only as but. What kind of sorcery? Just Linux development, operating system development. I thought I had shadow FB off. I mean, maybe we can modify the XOR config, but here I set it to false. If not and not, is that even correct? XOR green turn option vol bool. This looks correct. If not, no ASL and no. It says user request, right? Oh, did I even install it? No, I did install it. That is a pro word. That's not the new module, is it? What did I SCP here? What did I build? What's that? July 12th, 427. Oh, I installed it again into the... I mean, not that it would particularly matter. Okay, let's see. And we could double check the date. Okay, that's better. Okay, I hope the other next drivers we don't waste so much connection. Refused undefined XA create info. Did I also not correctly install the Xorg server? XA create info, right? I had Xorg built though. How does this fail now? Should this not come from Xorg server? Bombing out with fails with new XAA. The driver simply doesn't before calling. It seems like XA is only loaded if no SL is set to true. Brilliant. Can test this. I mean, it's maybe driver specific, but maybe they copied the wrong thing. Maybe there is more. Did we not test this restore? Why is this that broken? Claude fix everything. Should load XAA here. I'm absolutely not a fan of this formatting here, is it? It's ridiculous. Maybe I shouldn't do that here. Maybe I edit that. And yes, my memory is that good. It's possible that because that looks early and that looks like it should only be set later. While we are at it, you have many questions? Sure, sir, then best shall I can subscribe. I mean, it's at least better than shit. And yes, I just fixed fetches like that. Any advice about how to start World of Kernel Builder? What do you mean kernel builder? Builder programmer or just compiling the Linux kernel? If you have many questions, sir, then I wonder why you're not yet a supporting member. On Cloud Code, surprisingly better than I expected. Because maybe it couldn't load that, and then it had that enabled, and then it failed. So, okay, so that's not that broken anymore. So that's potentially, but maybe it's still not accelerated. Good that we test that today. Option no ethel true. Why the true? I did this. But with that we fixed it, we found a bug that probably I introduced. Oh look, at least it doesn't break. The question is it finally accelerated? No ethel true? What do you mean? Cannot make this shit up. Does it still, does it default to no ethel because it was broken? Confusing, you're all confusing. No ethel true? What? Am I drunk? What's going on here? I'm flubbergasted in... How can this option still be true? Takes longer to test shit. This must default to true. I mean, obviously the core is broken. Wait, should this not be part of the patch? But I rebuilt it, didn't I? No, this option must have been in there. They didn't delete this option for some stupid reason. But why can I not set that? Duo with this Xorg developers, they really broke everything in 20 years. There's nothing those people did not break. But it's false here. What's even going on here? Is this option even still used? I'm not really sure what's going on here. 1630. This is maybe not rebuild. What did I do here? This is one stuff that is here. That is build 18. Mine-RE things 46. 1834. Oh, maybe that's time zone. I'm a little bit shocked, unless... I mean, unless we have a second, do we have... Oh, wait. Oh, which Xorg? Which did it come up with? Are we running... Did we have... Oh, do we have multiple running? Dude, sometimes the most stupid shit happens. Oh, I didn't quit it, I just started more of those. Genius. But it still says skipping on user request. I'm too dumb for this option. Option acceleration scheme none. Ah, that's... Let's see, it's running as what now? Where's the log output? Does it that not? Ah, there's log file 3 for some reason. But it still says skipping acceleration on user request. This is bizarre. Why is this so shitty? I don't understand. using shadow frame buffer. Why does it use shadow frame buffer? I thought I had removed this. Yeah, so okay, so it's using this because of shadow frame buffer, but is that a default? Is that default on? But that's also of board shadow FB folds. True, rotate, true. Rotating screen. Is this here as a default? Is this like default here? Man, this is confusing written. Yeah, pro tip, don't open code a maze of config things. Don't open code that. This should have been just declarative option things. And not this open coded if then this then and maybe that then. But disabling, where does it say, like, does it even set a state? It says disabling, does it even... It doesn't even set something as... Or where does it say? Here? This is possibly the default for some reason. Yeah, that's likely the default there. Oh, here we even patch. Maybe I even once modified this. This looks already like I've been there and modified that for. But even that here doesn't work because it doesn't. Man, this xorg, the code base is such a stinking mess. The thing is, all the deletes and cleanups only made it worse. Like I'm one of the few people, except this AMD developers, who substantially improved stuff. I mean, yes, all of this stuff is not upstream because it's upstream deleted, right? Before you're like, do you upstream this? It's like they don't want this anymore. Maybe we probably soon should invent the set graphics subsystem or so. But no, we're getting into the spin here in the mood and. Oh, probably the number increased when 2 times it didn't start with, or 3 times it didn't start with this module rendition. You could load it here. We enabled acceleration. We enabled acceleration. It only took what, 1 hour? Oh, damn it! How long does it take a vibe coder to enable XWIS acceleration? Okay, so yeah, it's broken. That's about as broken as I thought. So that still needs more work. So much to tell Claude. So yeah, I promised you brokenness, and it's still broken despite Claude's fixes. I guess. Yeah, we need to carefully. We would need to carefully analyze which things don't work here. But maybe let's first try some more. We can, like, I will keep this out. Like, we wasted so much time with this card that was it even 3? Okay, so despite Claude's thing, we would need to tell it more. It's even more broken. Which is the latest log file even. 3 years. We would need to carefully test which things. Okay, it would do screen to screen and setting up tiles. Wait, it would only accelerate screen to screen. That's very little. It doesn't even have solid lines and stuff wired up. Screen to screen things. Okay, sometime soon we will make this much better. For now, let's plug in the next card. If we hadn't had wasted 1 hour with this, I would have done that now. Power down. Is it power down? No, it's not power down. Okay, the power down also like Claude. Oh no, it does. It did. Oh no, it did power down. Amazing. Just didn't see because link LED is still up. So that's a precious card. I will keep it close. I will keep. So now as now we have an AI vibe assistant. I will keep this broken stuff close. I just thought by now we were done. Let's try the Cyrus 3D acceleration because this I didn't even test a long time. We tested a similar one, but I'm not even sure if I ever tested this one. Let's hope it works. Because this here is AGP whatever voltage. Maybe I should actually gather a postcode card. Let's plug in rear. Let's plug in a postcode so that I see what's going on with those cards that I don't know if they ever worked. Okay, it's post coding. Okay, we have signal. Okay, this card works. I'm not sure if I've ever tested this since I auctioned this. Unfortunately, the other I have the PCI version. Unfortunately, the PCI version burned up. I even desoldered. So after I made the live stream, this card didn't work anymore. I kid you not, with the Cyrus 3D accelerator. The other card, the PCI card. I already ordered a IC, an integrated circuit. I have the IC because initially I thought the voltage regulators died, so I already had soldered the voltage regulators off. I even somehow the chip died, like maybe it overheated. I will soon now the problem is I desoldered the voltage regulators, which are not the biggest issue because first I thought those died. Then I desoldered like 10 SMD resistors because I measured short to ground. No, not resistors. I also removed not resistors, capacitors, and I saw like okay, some capacitor failed, so I desoldered 10 capacitors that were shorted to ground, and it still didn't solve it. So now I think the chip probably died. But yeah, it's on my part spin of like maybe eventually. Not really important, especially as I have this AGP version. But given this AGP version doesn't fit in many, the voltage coding on this card doesn't fit in many of my other systems. This is why I potentially might have never tested this one. Let's see what happens with Cyrus. Also, it might crash, but it didn't crash yet. Didn't crash yet. That's good. I thought maybe it. That's also a bit. That's Cloud analyzed that too. Cool. So many fix. I mean, this might also be super high resolution. Maybe it just doesn't do super high. I mean, well, in the frame buffer works, huh? So. Yeah, good that someone goes through there and tests all this crazy stuff. Here, look, the cursor is at least halfway right. So it's not completely broken. So the question. There, cool. So that's what, Cyrus? I don't even remember which drivers it is. Does it completely uninit? Looks like it's uninit. Yeah, this uninitializes correctly. Yay. Okay, what did we do? This driver is what, Cyrus? Maybe, I don't know. Laguna? No, it's Cyrus. GD546. Didn't that work? Did we... hotfix Laguna crash? The default pointer. I mean, maybe it's some 24 or 32-bit thing doesn't work. Welcome and congratulations to downloading to Linux. Yeah, imagine all the 2005 distributions all made sure that everything works. Over 30 years, everything would work, but now the only constant is change in regressions. Actually, we probably want... I mean... to see what happens. Just to make sure we run ABI compatible. We could also, which dev did it even work? Use 1616. It should do screen to screen bit blitz, filled rectangles and horizontal lines. Might be 16-bit support, might also be everything else. Which resolution was it even? How much memory has that? 8 gigs? 8 megabyte? White given 0, 0 is inconsistent with 32. Cool. In those old drivers, really nothing works anymore, which is... You cannot tell me the Red Hat and SUSE people and everyone who changed this are not guilty, because why should they test old shit? But they also, nobody asks them to change so much stuff, right? If they wouldn't have constantly changed that, hey, 24-bit works. Yeah, it's a little bit brightish, but YOLO. Wait, now it works? Why does this work now? Maybe it was just very high resolution or something else. Didn't work a second ago. Okay, there is something breaking this with... I mean, maybe this is just too high resolution that it can do. I have no idea. Scratch pads, pre-init, frequency things. What is it doing here? It's 16 bits, 1400 by 1050. Does this mode is somehow, maybe mode too high than what it can do? I have no idea. Okay, ideally, I guess it's doing 1400 by 1050. Apparently that's untested and broken. I mean, we could ask Claude and... Yeah, it's doing 1400 by 1050. How much video memory does it log the VRAM? Is it 8 megabyte? Linear frame buffer, it's 4 megabyte, allegedly. Maybe. We could try to disable acceleration and see. Do we have this here? So finally Claude. I use the reset array. While that thing is suffering, is here documented no ethel option? What options does it have? It has some no ethel thing of, yeah, no ethel boolean. Let's see if that is pure acceleration thing. It's a pure acceleration thing. Maybe the acceleration, I mean, maybe it's not set, or it needs to be a multiple of whatever. Oh, no, acceleration is slow. It's most likely having, I mean, this auric things is should, yeah. Okay, why is this testing? I mean, we could escape and... Okay, I did acceleration. Just wanted to check if it told it. Actually, we would need to tell it, wait a second. Yeah, give that thing context. But 1400, is that divisible by, maybe I should test it. No, it's ideating. How to tackle that without AI? You can read the source, compare it with some specification if you find some. I think for this I once found a specification somewhere. Otherwise, you could check other resolution and see to find a pattern. I have a suspicion maybe it's some divisible by, was it 400? Maybe it needs to be 32 divisible. What is the pitch of that? Was it 1400? Okay, it's by 8. But what did I... Did I 32 or did I... So it's how much? 44 by 32, 1408. Maybe it's something as simple as that. I don't know. What is 1024? 1280. Yeah, look at that. What does AI? It's still ideating. Where is the mode set here? Where's the stripe? No stride. How is there no stride? Not computing that. Line. Oh, look at this. Here's some line pitches. What do they do with that? In which mode are we? 16, huh? What do they do with the line pitches? Line data, we'd rather use skinny line tiles. What is that? Sentinel. Look, they do bits per pixel line pitches. Bits per pixel divided by 8. What do they do here? So what is a T2 patch? Shit. It's doing some complete nonsense. Hey, it found GitHub X3. I mean, it's looking at old stuff. Maybe this is Rambus RAM, by the way. Yeah, it went out. I mean, this is not the worst thing. Probably here somewhere is the issue, whatever they do with the line pitches. Line data index, LG find. Find the smallest tile line pitch such that the total byte pitch is greater than equal to display width. Some pitch sizes are duplicated, but the invariant is that the first time a pitch occurs in the table is always before all other pitches greater than that set in another way. If all duplicates from the table were removed, then the resulting pitch value would strictly increasing. It's doing something. So now it's finding the tool chain. Man, you need to watch this clanker thing, otherwise it clanks on. T2 looks more nice than Debian. Thank you. Love such YouTube comments. Precisely. I mean, the clanker does something. It's the right thing. It's like, nah. I hope that goes smoother. RT-core, history, driver, clean things, record build-ups, don't remind again, memory. Okay, that's not some global memory. Yeah, we need to spread. That's why we endlessly live stream here to reach more people. And yes, theoretically, never converted XA pixel candidates into byte things. Actually, once the depth XA recorded things libraries came out half of its true value, hence the coupled isolation drawing. I have no card here. Try just chains, adds bytes, helper things, expand. I also expanded the playmaster existing expand color in writing bit mask. The same way the fill in transparent colors already there at 16 full depth playmarks are being written as which one a byte lane mask register would half of every. There's another register per thing. Everything I changed multiplied by some. Bit for bit unchanged, the only parts affected are the ones that are broken today. Still looks things. It still looks wrong. The next suspect is the DTCC FIFO threshold things, fails and branch things, untuned else branch of CRTC display, which is, but it would restore display rather. Then the drawing and would show up with no SL tool useful to confirm. Save patch. I mean, I probably should have done this. This literally wastes tokens. This just literally wastes tokens. I wonder. Why is this always so slow? Why everything always so slow? Are we live? Oh, we have 66 drop frames. Saved as hotfix Lagooner 16-bit Ethel. See what happens. Nah. I'm not sure if this is correct, if that were correct. It sounds sus. I mean, maybe this bit mask thing there is correct. Maybe. If this were correct, 32-bit should also not work. I don't have the highest hopes. AI only good at prototyping? No, AI only good at stealing IRIX disassembly code. Certainly good at a lot of things. Didn't even use the most yet. AI can do obviously good things, but no other output. Yes. Yeah, that's wrong. The question is, I should have done more precisely. I'm pretty sure that is some unsupported pitch. That is how it looks. The question is, does this patch break more than it fixes? Which does it fix something? Does it still work or does it break things? The question is, should we commit AI patches if... Oh, look, I think this made it worse. Wasn't it working previously? I think this AI completely broke it. Want my money back, piece of shit. I told you what to do. You failed. You failed me. We shouldn't speak with Alex. This is a Lewis Rossman. I watch too much Lewis Rossman. This is American. Sorry for the American cursing here. If I tell it to not make mistakes, then it tells me it can't do it. And then it says I can't. Sorry, can't do it. Then it says sorry, I cannot make no mistakes, Dave. Oops. Now I'm confused. Was this not working? Did I not rebuild that? What did I do? Maybe everything over 1024 was broken. Didn't test this resolution actually. Oh wait, no, this is this resolution. Wait, no, I'm not sure which one was even broken. What did it do, 24 or 32? Yeah, pro tip, first figure out what somehow it's complete. It wasn't that bad before. That looks funny and that looks nearly like broken by AI. Did I not build it correctly? I thought we had something working. No, I'm not sure what I did here. It nearly looks like it wasn't rebuilt or some other stupid thing is going on. Somehow it's worse than it was and I do not know why. Not really sure what I broke more than. Maybe we didn't install something, because now it looks better again, huh? Okay, somehow we didn't just not install it correctly. Not really sure how that happened. Probably for 16-bit it's using a higher resolution. Must be those line pitches. Maybe this line pitch selection doesn't work. Let's see which of those solutions don't work. Yeah, the more garbage in, garbage out. Actually, let's double check if that works. Coding ain't that. We're extending things, paid plans as keeping weekly limit things 19. I don't want to waste that much tokens really. What did I? Also, I think it's more educational for you. Okay, that also. This is probably surely only. What is it here somewhere? Dev things and click things. The question is, should we continue with this? In which one did I have Claude? In this one? Probably move on to another card if that doesn't instantly fix here. It's of course fun luck to have just this resolution not work. Coding is not that. At the end of the day, you need to operate the clanker and historically X11 was tested. Like millions of people used it from 1990 to 2000, whatnot. It's just that the free desktop people constantly changed it, and like all the stupid like, let's change this API, let's remove that option, let's do this and that, like it's just what was community tested and in production by everyone. It's just they randomly changed it and never really tested it since anymore. So here's some line pitches. So they have here, maybe they use 1664 internally. Like I think we should be here. I don't know what they do with display with. That is, finds the smallest tile line pitch. Total byte pitch is greater than or equal to display width. But they say here pitch greater than amazing comments. Maybe the thing can only do some tile sizes. But if line data I, this is somehow strange. They iterate here for all. Why do they iterate all? Okay, they even say the sum pitch sizes are duplicated in the table, but the first time a pitch occurs in the table is always before other pitches greater than it. If all duplicate entries from the table were removed, then the resulting pitch would be strictly increasing. Pretty sure that is the issue here. Would need to read the spec to find out what's wrong there. The AI was even stopped because it didn't philosophize further. You are right, 16 SL works generally. Let me read it first. It's funny how AI, like here, I did some random changes and like, that's broken. It's like, oh, you're right, you're right. We should be here, so I don't know what. Maybe this is in disagreement. Maybe they also 32-bit somehow doesn't. Which one didn't work? 32-bit, right? It's funny how 32-bit didn't work. Yeah, okay, so this driver has some issues. Surprise. Package patch. What does it try to do here? Oh, I deleted that already. Let me restore from pristine. Oops, I had to deleted the patch already. There is no sudo in nano. That's nothing wrong, we just don't ship it by default. You want a T2 inst nano. Nano is not a default editor for Unix people. And sudo has too often security vulnerabilities. There is su if you want to become super user. Like, just because Debian shipped things doesn't mean that it's a good default choice. Just ask the OpenBSD people. Rather than guessing, let me instrument the mode setting code exactly, see what things, tiles per line, things, yeah, the display 64-byte things, 16 tiles, every working things you have used 10, 16 or 20 is the first let's land on the 26 tile. The first mode was wider than matches because of a second unrelated thing. The problem now is how to diff it. This API somehow, whatever. Where did I build this? Here? What caused it is again? No, I switched to Cyrus. But we will probably move on. I do not want this. I mean, in general, it's good to focus on things and get something done, but basically, eventually, I want that all cards work. As far as Twitch people know, add is the only, yeah. We ship add, NVI. So yeah, that surely is as broken as it. Wait, we had changed this to a working one. So this one works. I mean, I also would have instrumented that, right? So it's wherever here. So that's working. I mean, theoretically. The time might be confusing. It's not waste tokens. How would you take a screenshot driver display? How will you take a screenshot when you don't have... How will you? I have the hardware, right? Or what do you mean? I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you can do this with a webcam and things, but I mean, people even say here they automated some stuff with webcam and stuff. The good thing is we have a capture, so theoretically we could give it a capture here. The only problem here with this capture is so that's what... Wait, that's too small. Oh no, it's not too small. But probably wrong. Line data 7. Did it... Maybe it should not scan all but the matching, because I'm not sure if 1408 is correct or supported. Because here it says this here is wrong. I have the suspicion it needs to be 332 stuff divided by... Holy shit, what random find. Yeah, that is I mean, and again, my grief is with our 2005 distributions, like the big distributions totally didn't care and always just broke everything. And then our new sites even celebrating deletion of things. And instead of like 30 years later, everything in Linux could be working, but no, the big mainstream people always just touched and broke everything. Like the only constant change and regressions. Let's double check. So this is also how you would normally do this. So if without AI you would like, yeah, in a way we would waste tokens now. We could just debug and change this for real and things. But we could as a manager manage here our other things because I had here multiple issues. So like, why is this shit loading the slowest here? Like, why is this literally not bloody loading? Are they overloaded by so we had here somewhere Xorg drivers. Oh, here we could even hardware cursor that one. I mean the fun things that they broke recently. So do we have Cyrus? Do we have Cyrus in here somewhere? Still need XAA restored, MGA. Wait, we didn't test it with this. Wait, we didn't restore that yet. Tested with. TDFX. Rendition. Okay, here we have this. This is how broken that was. Did it look better today? I think it looked better today. So going forward, I would really love, like, you guys support me so amazingly. I would really love to go through here and fix all of them. So we did without AI on our 12,000 people live watching for a total of 750,000 front page views. Maybe we should do this next front page promotion day. What resolution was it even? 1050-ish or something? So this is just to properly document that. Build this with should no log display with 1664 matching line 7. No tile available, display with off. What does it do? The chip can only scan out and blit to a line whose pitch is one of the tiled pitches in the line data. In rounds upwards the next things of valid modes only picks the pitch out of when a virtualism is convirtual, otherwise it just wait, what? Oh, it only did virtually? Or is it did seriously? With one of those valid modes only picks the pitch out of things when virtual size is configured, otherwise. I mean, these LLMs are really good at finding pixels while the chip gets the next tile pitch up. All have to agree, so widen display to the pitch hardware will actually use display width. It even did error coding, remember? I mean, here it does. Here it even added error handling that humans didn't do. I mean, this is the UO thing we had there, minor return -1, right? For display width things. Widen the pitch costs memory, so make sure we do not just grow the frame buffer beyond the end of video memory. What changed? It looks reasonable, which of course it only did with my supervision. Let's see if it works. Has a chance of working. I only need to delete here what we had done already. We could even ask the clanker to fix this. Where is the pointer? But that's too unimportant for me. Like, if we have millions of users, and then we do that. Did it include the logging there, or? No, I'm not sure. Did it delete the? Oh no, it didn't delete. It is crazy how well you can get Linux working if you just take care of all the things working, right? Like attention to detail and like actually working on all the things. Would suggest to include tests in beta distribution. I'm convinced LLMs will soon be able to handle 99 of all tasks and only be things take care of remaining 1, but honestly, will unit-level workers even have a place in that 1%? Mostly not. LLMs will, LLMs are not that great. They only work with the excessive amount of data center and energy and consumption we throw on it. Yeah, I mean, they get better. The question is, LLMs actually too expensive? They're highly subsidized. So the question is, will people pay the real price? And of course, I guess that works, huh? So it is faster in real time. This capture is just slow. Okay, we fixed one bug. Yay. Not super most important. But hey, one hour per bug fix. That's faster than you ever got from. Does this have a temp sensor? I don't really have a real CPU fan on this. Yeah, that's okay, that's cool. It's kind of laptop CPU. I have only one, I mean I have one Noctua fan on the whole board, but I have a heatsink on this K6 and we've extended things, trap, time, things, harness. For me they're cheap. I think they made a thought things cost things I really don't know. Just look at their balance sheet. They lose billions every quarter, right? So I mean, obviously it's not profitable. Every normal company would already be bankrupt. We maybe I mean, we could just commit this, but yeah. Wait, did I not? Oh, this was rendition. Okay, that's tested enough. Need to be careful to shut down. So what's the next GPU? Actually, we could check. Okay, I mean, we could do that all day long. Okay, rendition. Too few people have rendition. Would quickly never solve due to skill deterioration. The remaining would quickly never be solved. I don't really believe in skill degradation that much. If people want, they can remain skillful, but I mean, it's of course we have already wider, in my opinion, like all the social media doom scrolling craze already is general skill degradation in all of society, right? I mean, you could argue that LLMs are the skill degradation, doom scrolling of for the IT industry. So I took some cards out. What do I have here? Teething. Okay, we don't. I'm not sure if teething was broken really. I just took some random interesting cards out. What Linux distribution environment window manager do you use? I only use we live developed T2 Linux. I develop this. I run my own Linux, or I continue Claire's Linux as my own. That previously was Rock Linux for 30 years soon. We run the last Linux distribution, the best and the last, to support all things. I have to say I like this SGI MIP thing a little bit more than, but this x86, although of course this x86 more people run. What other cards did I get out of my... Alright, did Revolution 3D fully work, or that's a... Because the Revolution 3D is my only, is nearly the only, my only and probably the only card that has an open LDI interface. Yeah, per media. Did we test those? And if so, how and why? I mean, we could just retest them and see what happens. Apparently each time we retest something, teasing, something random happens. Teasing, not displaying frame buffer. I thought I had tested it years ago, might be. Not displaying frame buffer. Hold my beer. Wait, teasing. The crazy thing is, you would expect from a premium, yes, old shit, but premium Linux company, like if I had managed Red Hat, like everything would be working. I don't understand this. Like, if you were truly unsuccessful one-man YouTuber versus tiny, I have nearly every, like, shall I subscribe, donate a little bit more? I need the last GPUs. I have nearly every major GPU, and it only costed me some hundred. If I'm not calculating the PS3s, I probably spent less than €1,000 of collecting most GPUs ever created. I don't understand. Yes, but the thing is also, it was broken 15 years ago, and 15 years ago it was still usable. Right now, it's of course relatively old vintage stuff. Let's go. What's happening with that? I hope this card still works. 3130. Let's hope this card ain't broken, or Wait, did I? Okay, some postcode moved. Did I full screen that again? Hello, did I full screen that again? F12 or whatnot? Yes. Let me check. Wait, no signal? What do you mean no signal? What do you mean no signal? I mean, this card was broken. I had repaired that. So I thought, what was even the issue on this card? I forgot what the issue was. Somehow currently it doesn't have B output. I think I vaguely remember. Okay, that is sad. So much to my... The good thing is I only paid 10 euro for this card because it was sold as broken, I believe. It was working, but now it again does not work. The thing is, we tested. It was missing the UV sticker. I thought the EEPROM was erased, and we even tested that with the Glasgow Interface Explorer. I think I had resoldered the chip here and then it was working. I think all I did was resolder it and I thought it was working. But apparently not. Or I mean, maybe it still needs more reflowing. Maybe I didn't reflow it enough that it only worked a little bit. Do I have? That is sad. Need to check this card more. Thought it was working. Apparently it was only one time working. Okay, what did we had for the other cards? Certainly, I'm not soldering on this card. What was the driver? 128 or stuff? Does someone remember the driver name for the Revolution 3D? This one here, right? Did we test this sufficiently? Oh, we fixed this cursor, I remember. I mean, we could test this. I have it here anyway. Doesn't have... So normally we have EXA restore. This doesn't have EXA restore. That's a little bit sus. But maybe this driver gets so little updates that they never deleted EXA. boot agent things. Is this a frame buffer driver? Or did who says structure? Who says who? I don't want to hear intermentality from a dev who. When it comes to code, what I like to compare time to is something like conveyor belt, carbo use. It's an interesting comparison. Let's comment that out and see what automatically happens. Oh, it happens. Pretty high resolution because it's a fancy card. What did it mode set here? It mode set at 10, 20, 48 by 13. Like it mode set to 2K resolution. It works more than I expect. We should vibe code a 3D driver for the thing. With Xer for number 9. 2K resolution. It's doing screen to screen, filled rectangles, solid rects, driver provides full solid rects, solid lines, horizontal, vertically. Why do they all skip Brazenham lines? Okay, that works better than I remembered. Only in T2 Linux. C or C++, of course. So what things do we have? Teasing, my card, S3 Verge, looks up early nano things. Oh, we can test Verge actually. What's with Glint? Hardware cursor flickers. Gets in. Oh, the per media I have here. Let's try if we can convert. per meteor 2 I took out. Here it is. That's of course relevant because we also support sun systems that have that. Yeah, the next time we will not skip a card until it works. Glint per meteor. Okay, let's hope if that is. But yeah, that is, look how far we have come, that we now have increasingly setup. I mean, the only improvement for my setup is, all we need is C, no, C sucks. All we need is C++, lightweight C++. Let's see if that bug is still like that. Rust is overly complex and hard to read. And 4 GB of compiler implementation, not a fan. And the micro-dependency and cargo stuff is not particularly amazing. Yeah, so given, I mean, for us LLMs, I mean, Trap is so right. For me, LLMs is such a blessing. We can basically wipe fix all the stuff here all day long, right? It does not flicker. I think maybe it's maybe it flickers on. Oh, it doesn't do X render. Why does it not do X render? That's lame. How much? Which ones is this? Surely must have some memory. Why does this? Why does it only do one mode? Wait, that's FBdev? Oh, that's FBdev. Wait, why do we not wait? That's FBdev? What's with I28? What is I28 driver doing? Hello? Driver? Not at home? Does this not auto-detect the driver? Is this driver forgotten in... They really forgot to wire up the auto-detection for this driver? I mean, why is everything you touch broken? I mean, that's what we're here for, right? I mean, thank you that everything's broken. Like, thank you that I have a lifetime of fixing everything, the upstream broken stuff, and appreciate this. Here's a driver. I mean, even the auto probing sucks. Because it's all hard-coded, you would think that somehow module data, but no, they hard-coded it. Why does it not? Once upon a time this was working. No devices detected number. What? Ah, per meteor. This is also, actually, that's wrong. We need glint. We have glint. Didn't wire that up in auto detection. Okay, what did we get here? No mouse cursor does not disappear. If that is finally the right driver. But we found another bug. That's better. I trust that is XAA glint. Is this hardware cursor? Okay, maybe they have a 64-bit bug. Potentially. But we found an independent bug of not having... Potentially, maybe... I intentionally did it so that it has a date I wanted to edit here, but then I thought, like, if I write the date, I can also add a comment and it looks more interactive or what. Oh, it's a lot of... Where was the probe? Probe was here, probably, I hope. It's so crazy. They have drivers that they regress and they don't even add here. Glint. Oh, there is glint. Why does it not work? 3D glint. Why the heck does that not work? Shit, now I shut it down already. Why does this auto probing not work? Video PTR to driver list. Add more in hard coded, yeah, in C++. That is like they yes, old code, but like you would do their standard thing. Actually, I need to turn it on again. I need to do it. Almost insane from I've almost gone insane from rerunning links 10 times, each time taking 30 minutes. I mean, not everything. Yeah, that's a super cool PC ID. I mean, some, like also Intel has 8086, right? I mean, some are really cool. I appreciate this, that some are cool. I just don't understand why it doesn't work. Oh, I need to... Oh, they even have PS... This is interesting. They even do PSP things. Wow. Which, like, yeah, we soon need to get to that, though. Forcings at match driver. Here they even have NV. That's funny. If Linux stuff or that or index. Do we even have still an i87 driver? Bizarre. We don't even need to look at the output, really. All we need to do is look here. Why does it do FBdev? This glint is not working unless they have a second file where... Again, this is a 600 MHz AMD K6, so it's like people can't use old shit anymore. It's like, dude, it's perfectly fine. Not for modern web though, but otherwise it's perfectly fine. Do we have ashtrays? Tell me. Would it lock that? Does it lock this driver matching listing somewhere? ACPI failed. Login integration not provided. Glint it was, right? Glint. I don't get this. Why does this not work? I think I patched P9000 in there, and I think it also didn't work. I didn't really pay attention to that. No, that's not the driver. I see already that's a resolution is garbage. It's that set though. Stat_x. Not a directory. What? enode directory. .xft current. What does it do? Why do they do so much strange things there? Huh? How did they broke that LSPCI unless... Oh, maybe this has another... Maybe this has another PCI ID? Which one was it? This one? Oh, look at this. It has another PCI ID. This has the Texas Instruments PCI ID. Did you write your own workflow harnessing? Some agentic CL? Not yet, maybe another day. Maybe soon at this rate. Do we have... I mean, Texas Instruments in general doesn't really have the most. We could just add Texas Instruments there. Because... How many does Texas Instruments have? Okay, let's see. 1040C, 3D07. Do we have that here? No. We could also, okay, they do here device. Okay, let's. Is this here sorted? No. Okay, let's do this proper. Let's case. So that's this one here. I mean, we could, until we find another one, we could just all of them. But then we might. Okay, let's do it proper, just because. I did not have adding out. I mean, this is like every sane person would not have done it like this, right? Every other sane person would, like, even Apple is doing any kind of glass, like it's mean, what are the chances to probe things here, like in... Is this correct? Glint? AI bubble will collapse soon. Yeah, I hope so. Because those 20 or 100 month things per using them, not if things, yeah. I hope so. We can still do our own local harnesses then. That are the good thing is we only learn here even more. The good thing is we learn and learn here, right? We save here all this context, all this experience, all these details. Oh, damn it. Let's see if that fixes that. Does it glint? Yes, it glints. Look at that. Yay. Can't make this. Okay, that's probably just capture. Yeah. Holy shit, man. Everything we fix, everything. Tell you this crazy T2 Linux developers, everything they fix. What else do we? I mean, that's not really. I mean, it improves things already a little bit. I mean, I guess nearly nobody has a card. I can already commit this here. I mean, yeah, cleans this up a little bit. Still needs fixes. Commit early, commit often. Did I power off here already? I mean, wanting big things last week, simple loop, useless, bad for environment, children today, token maxing. Yeah, it's but here, token maxing $20 test. The thing, yeah, yes, it's bad. It's bad and things, but everyone does it. I mean, it's totally not an argument, but it totally like. I also don't. I'm torn in. I'm not happy. Which other card do we? RS Reverge we could do, last but not what's the time, 2023. Cyrus Logic, what do we have here? Cyrus Logic. Those here. I wouldn't build my business on this, but for fixing, like for speedrun fixing those things here. Also, to be fair, I'm not even token maxing that much. I'm only token maxing $20, and basically my $20 for making them more bankrupt, like my $20 for making them lose more money. we can even, I had the issue here that even, so, I mean, we could, as long as we, when did I subscribe? Only like 10 days ago? And thank you for your memberships. It's totally amazing. Good evening to all. Nice to nice. See you again. Working on awesome. Yeah, der graue Mann. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I mean, we do bugs here that, so that's S3 Verge, and this here is actually, that is my, I think this should probably potentially be my, not, so that's S3 Verge. This here might potentially be my brother's first GPU, which maybe shame on me, I probably recommended him in 1999 or 1998 or whatever. Diamond whatnot thing here, that's NVIDIA, Riva TNT. And shame on me that it's probably the first and last time I ever recommended a NVIDIA card. So basically, buying the wrong GPU once, voting with your wallet forever. But the good thing is I have a first-hand NVIDIA Riva, what is it, 16 MB? Yes, 16 MB, Viper V550. Let's test it in a second, because the problem is the Novo driver theoretically could work but doesn't, and maybe today is the right day to take. Wait. Is it? Oh, this is PCI. Oh, cool. That's PCI. It's crazy. Let's do S3 Verge first, because according to my bug entry, S3 Verge. Can it run Crysis? Very slowly, probably not really. Over leveraging with the magical MCP stuff to make job getting done faster. I'm so sick of tired of all those newcomers doing middle stuff from day zero with no effort, also no understanding of what. Yeah, I'm also like, for 25 years, I'm actually tired of people who have no understanding of computers trying to do IT for just earning big money. So it only takes 10 days of being totally addicted to. I'm not totally addicted. I'm just making the most of it. I just have 1,000 lines of to do. And thanks to Trap's recommendation, who always says like, try it. I'm just learning. I'm just making the most. Hey, I'm cheap like you. If I give an American company $20 to destroy the environment and take drinking water from children, I'm here. You hear? I'm not addicted. I'm just maxing. I'm just token maxing my $20 to make the most of, like, to make T2 better, right? To at least, while testing this, like, what can this stuff do? And I'm not destroying myself. I'm basically my time is way too valuable for this stupid shit here. I'm not 18 anymore to debug Xorg developers free desktop broken stuff they left here. Here, look, I even got the capture card out. Oh, that even. I mean, it is possible that the Verge. I mean, here, look at this. Does this accelerate? So that's S3 Verge. That kinda was my first GPU. The only thing is, I had to rebuy it because my father has thrown it away. Or actually, given my father, I think my father has not. It disappeared in my father's basement. Given everything else was there. I guess what happens is he probably installed it at some uncle's PC. I guess. It's my speculation, because so I had an S3 Verge, but I didn't have this one, because when I wanted to pick up my S3 Verge from the basement, it wasn't there anymore and I couldn't find it anywhere. So yeah, but it doesn't really matter. This S3 Verge is slightly faster than the one I had. I had the first one, so that's kinda my first GPU, except I had to rebuy it. It's slightly newer. Slightly faster. This is a/DX. I think it's a second generation or GX. I had probably the first generation. I think this is nearly twice as fast as stuff. It's not as much a deaccelerator. So that of course makes it better for T2 testing. Okay, that auto probes. It does do quite some accelerations. Here, look at that, screen to screen, solid filled rectangles, mono patterns and things, and lines and image writes. Like, it's fucking bloody accelerated. If this vibe coding continues, we will do a Mesa driver for the thing. I want to see 3D on this thing. But this works, which is funny because... Okay, so this probably also has a 64-bit bug, because we probably, or NForce, maybe some of those do not work on NVIDIA NForce. Was this 64-bit? Which one is NForce? Wait, NForce 3 is already probably 64-bit, huh? Okay, that worked surprisingly better than I expected. Then test Riva. Yeah, some of the stuff you need to test twice. Yeah, pro tip the next time. Where is Verge? Here is... Wait, what? If unchangers... Locks up early, things... Oh, here, Nano X things. Same on Athlon 64, even reboots. Let's reboot already with the other card in. Yeah, next time, the only saving grace is I did this while we had 10,000 viewers probably on the front page live stream. Pro tip, rather one sentence more than less, because now you see, like, a year later we test something and it works. So the next time Claude fix S3 Verge locking up on 64-bit, buggy. Yeah, this is also crazy that none of the Novo developer does it needs it fix it. This here is broken for a while. The last time I tested this, and that is so crazy, right? The few drivers they do not completely delete also don't work with old things. Something goes bzz, what? That's a Riva TNT fan. And again, shout out so much for 2 months members. It's so amazing. Thank you for your generous support. AI, LLMs, yeah, totally agree. LLMs will become totally... Yeah, it's more useful than I expected. So the last time I tested this, the Novo driver didn't want to work. Doesn't work. The problem is, thanks to the only constants change and regressions, the Xorg driver also doesn't work, because this here is basically kernel mode setting, and nobody apparently bloody tested that. Wait, do we not have the matching? Where is... Why did Novo not load? Or... Oh, this worked. On the system it works. It's NV4. Is this a frame buffer? Okay, then we need to debug this on some other system. Holy shit, this never worked. It's the first time I see this working. If it works, maybe it crashes. Oh, there it is. Holy. Wait, maybe this is FBdev. This looks suspiciously low resolution. It's FBDev. Why is this not Novo? Oh, here. The drivers should support that. Wait, what? Visa driver for FBDev. Mode setting, what happens here? Is this not... Wait, what's going on here? FBDev 1 claim. What's going on here? What's going on? No, so theoretically that's supported. So we have, I think we have this here. I've not once gotten that to work. Failed to open DRM 19, no such file directory. Yeah, that is here. I mean, it works more than on my other systems. On my other systems, the kernel driver can already not allocate the PCI bar resources for whatever resource conflict. Good that we test an AMD case 6 today. How does... What's happening here? I don't... Because that is NV4. Maybe that is... Which bloody driver is that? What's happening there? What's happening there? Oh, it's Riva FB. Ach, damn it. I guess it's Riva FB. Probably Riva FB bound to that because... Yeah. Okay, we need to reboot. Wonderful. Yeah, this is like due. Like if I think the Linux kernel. If I would have managed the Linux kernel for 20 years, like due, everything would be in a better shape, man. This is also silly. Where do we? Actually, we could simply, we don't need to edit this. We can. I mean, we need to reboot, but why do we even have Riva FB in there? Does someone remember why we even have that? Maybe as fallback if Novo doesn't work. I mean, the whole situation is like the Linux free desktop graphic ecosystem is so fucked up. It's ridiculous. Did we ever have that in there? I mean, this test harness is so amazing. Like, give me some more months. Like, give me another year and we will totally... Clang LL? Clickbait? No, which Clang? Do you have a typo there? We LLM in between, but you just need to progress sufficiently too. The question is then, does... The question is, does this Novo driver load? Because I celebrated too early. Yeah, look, it's text mode. Text mode. I have the suspicions it didn't. Oops. Oh, that's still logging. I wanted all the pattern not found. Side effects would drive the component prices down. Happy with this? Yeah, totally. Liner said it best. There is nothing to hate about Rust, and that makes it better than. There's a lot to hate about Rust. Rust is a mere language, and a completely not good ecosystem. Is this not flushing anymore? What's this log doing? Yeah, here. Okay, this also doesn't work here. This is, yeah. They pretend to support this, and yet it doesn't work. Why does this not output more? Was it FB, right? We're running 686, and also it affects all systems before that triggers you any. Oh, that's super annoying. How the heck does that happen here? But we could ignore this, I hope. ASM bug invalid operand and inline I. What? That's of course totally not ideal to debug shit. Okay, we could, given we run a little bit out of time. But that's the state of Novo, right? Theoretically supported by, but 4 years it doesn't work anymore. I mean, obviously nobody cares about Reaper TNT, but so this should be complete, except it doesn't build for stupid Linus Torvalds reasons. I'm not really sure what's happening here. This should kinda build. Don't. Okay, let AI think about. I hope it doesn't really matter the most. It's of Cloudflare now. Can't mix this shit up, man. Yeah, this is where LLMs help. So BIOS there, was it 04 BIOS things? Resource sanity check, which spans PCB things. Caller, BIOS unable to locate usable image, Ceto failed probe driver. I mean, maybe it's simply also not supported. Resource sanity check. I mean, I don't know if it's related with Z or Z. I've no idea. Let's see what Claude can figure out with it. Do we have here any beaver FB? Do not build things into the kernel on. Add things, skip. Add example. Since, okay, we added apparently that like beaver. Okay, we probably in the history of Linux didn't do much with that except in 2004. Skip modules since they often do not work reliably on x86. Okay, well, I mean, okay, we can also leave it there, just maybe need this sometimes. Let's ship it with disable, no, I think I have a typo there, right? Yeah. That is a T2 difference of really attention to detail and soon more modern stuff again. No, I hope it's... I don't understand how we didn't meet that more often, but maybe Reaver, probably we don't see this more often because Reaver FB only matches to very old chips. What's Clauding? Things, subdev, org, nvkm, things of things. What's our usage? What's our token make thing to make boss happy? Just dinner, that is amazing. Clang things, authorize things. It's compilating. How's it going? I mean, it could be a little bit faster. The thing is that so many unexpectedly cursed things happen. We could theoretically debug. Okay, so I mean, yeah, that is the thing, right? Like this, the open source people, like the VIPs, the snowflakes, the hipsters in the Linux kernel and free desktop foundation stuff, they pretend they're the best of the best. But like, sure, this is all old shit, but it could be perfectly supported if they didn't constantly change and regress everything, right? Especially this is a first, like, and the thing is, when I grew up, we didn't have 3D drivers, and we were celebrating and throwing a barbecue party when NVIDIA finally worked a little bit, right? And a decade later, they just broke everything again, right? Sure, this is in the meantime totally old crap, 25-year-old crap, yes, I know. But nonetheless, theoretically supported, except everything that's theoretically supported, either completely broken, feature removed, or... And that's the Novo driver, right? I don't understand if I were the Novo maintainer, I had like a couple of cards and test them, like at least, sure, this old stuff. I mean, we better don't tell them because otherwise they delete immediately. Fails to read things, PCI, it takes the PCI data structure pointer from offset, a ROM image thing, and it things, checks the things, but shadow things of... So fetch up to it and things may follow things. Actually, if we want to test build that, we need to By the way, what's here? We have .3 from when? From a long time ago. What are they even doing? Like, we have more AI bug reports than ever, and we don't get stable releases. Card type is reached from now the second fix, fallback case where we only have a problem that it doesn't build for me right now. That's a bit of a challenge. Big server. I have 46 things of... Good question. Where do I have my desktop thing? Why? Oh, we don't have... Did I build... Oh, did I build 46? I lost overview of all the cursed things we recently... Do I not have any... What did I even do here? 586 desktop? I mean, I guess, do we have this? Actually, we probably have complete that, huh? Okay, I guess let's see if that builds. Luckily, we aren't... I mean, it's not ideal, but... do we have the latest? Probably just did this. What did we call this desktop? All 41 changed lines are things of both compile cleanly. Exit code config check. Had a side effect needs to undo make run default. Yeah, something is broken here on that's the issue now. What did it do? Data things, fallback image size from legacy ROM headers. There'll be further images to find. NV BIOS RD08 things, size, type, last. Boot fixes are in and compile cleanly. Here's what I found. Shadow image, PCI things, stored offset things, 4K fix, PCIe things happens identically. The crazy thing is, I know we need to make T2 more popular, man. I mean, I'm aware we need to do some RISC-V things, some ARM things. We need to easier, like, yes, that's coming. But you should check on the hardware. One is straight about the limits of work conferring things. Peak things, point and fetch up to it plus ROM room things of let's test this on the hardware. I mean, we spend huge efforts to... Hello, what's my system doing? Why do we not have... Oh, it's it had to. We basically need to continue to polish everything and make like Itanium, right? Here that works. VGA compatible Diamond Viper. What's the issue? It reads just fine. It reads just fine. If you want to straight about the limit of what I can confirm here, the fix removes OOB, lets the image be parsed, but whether is generally in PC a pointer, usually not even DRAT aligned, which PC requires sample coverage in the ROM, something only them can tell you. Had things, if bytes really are 31, if bytes 18, 19 had 8. What did it say? 1819 hex or what? If bytes 1819 are 313B, 1819 313B, 8, it's 313B. Which one did it want? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yes, did it say 18, 19? Wait, yeah, 18, 19 hex. This fix alone gets you booting. If there's no PCA fallback, will carry. Note if you touch your tree first compile attempt run with GCC rewrote things symbols are restored config from. Did it save the patch somewhere? We can control C that. I mean, if that works, then I deserve a pay raise. Just I need to go eventually. Deny auto mode classifier couldn't evaluate the action blocking things. Ach du, save me the patch somewhere. Yeah, like maybe I next need T2 and T2 mine is not working. Is that okay? Mine is deprecated. We changed to bytes. That's why do you try to use mine? You should basically new people always try so many like you should just T2 install and like where did you find that you need to use mine in some old handbook? Denied auto mode couldn't evaluate locking safety things. It can't save my patch. Like, are you drunk? Are you drunk? Shadow image. CF key things of. Bash got blocked. Writing here now it wrote something. Let me verify handwritten chunks. Actually, it's handwriting stuff like René Rewe, can you believe? Fuzz means blank lines, things missing, leading space, fixing. Like due that thing is handwriting patches like René. So would you also try different LLM models, different providers? Sure, if you sponsor, if someone sponsors it. I'm not sponsored here in any way, shape, or form. I've just chosen the first popular cheap thing. The more you share like subscribe, the more you need stone. I think you do strange things. You don't. What do you mean you need stone? You don't stone. What do you do? SCP to 192.168.2. Things. Move, root, envy, things. Hey, this even has here my name. Gmail! Are you bloody? Why are you hallucinating some Gmail thing? What the fuck? You never did. Wait, what? Okay, at least it's like, why did it do that? Like, why? It's like I nearly never use it. Like, why did it get to like I randomly use Gmail? It's like, nah. Shadowing on boards with distant or absent PCI thing of out of board reads, things failed, and things unliquid usable image, things of out of board 4 thing 3B. Okay, let's see what happens. I mean, does it look here halfway decent? PCIR things of read 16. What was here? Things. Not shadow. What does it shadowing fetch? And here Some pre-NV50 have a missing or corrupt PCI data structure falling back to image size from legacy ROM header. There'll be no further images to find. I think we should try both. This here looks maybe more reasonable. Let's try that again, maybe with build target. News Google brought exit scan for lifetime free Gemini usage. What? News Google brought exit scan for lifetime free Gemini usage. Stone downloads me some packages. You do something strange. I'm not sure what you're doing, Connor Green Devil. You're doing something strange. I don't know why people new to T2 always shoot themselves. Like the first thing that new people like we need to understand is what did you download? What are you trying to achieve? You do so strange things that you don't see on live stream, and what did you download? The default thing should come with KDE. Can you not just enjoy the KDE desktop for a while? Do we build fully parallel? There's also a typo here. Oh look, this is not hyper parallel. Good that we checked this. If anything usable, maybe not. Huh? Let's try this again. What is T2Linux based on? Nothing. It's a direct. It's one of the original distributions. It's a continuation of Rock Linux. It's a unique distribution lineage since 1996ish. It's maybe mentioned somewhere. Never Google brought things. Your Gmail address. Yeah, but it's not top secret. I also, pro tip, I don't really use Gmail. I only registered this when Google was new to have it registered. I only use it for garbage. It's my garbage address. You don't need to use it. It's basically my emergency like random spam junk address and like emergency when some other infrastructure ain't working to test things or whatnot. I want to see that like kinder. We need to. Where do we put that? Maybe I don't want to modify. Okay, let's maybe because that will be in 5. Oh, do we even have 586? We don't even have 586 here. Okay, I guess mkdir that. Can never have too much test stuff. We will have 713, I think. Is that what we're building? We should double check that. 713, yes. Then only one. Seven, 1, 3. For do done. We will not be using that though because we are currently booting with. This is just to sort it. We boot with this garbage here. So let's default to 713. Separate partition. Do you contribute improvements? Official Linux kernel. Of course, sometimes. Since Christmas we contributed some 30 changes, but the more I can basically not afford contribution. I work 80 hours. Like I can only upstream like some more. Like if you want to see more stuff upstream, then you need to share, like, and subscribe, because I have a 40-hour job, a 40-hour open source Linux distribution, and after that I should upstream. But yeah. So don't forget to share, like, and subscribe for me to have financial means to pay my electrons and internet and housing while upstreaming. Boots correctly and desktop works, but several expected utilities are missing, including sudo, nano. So if you want, what is KDE Connect, and most importantly T2. You don't need mine. I don't know where you found mine, but you don't need mine. The T2 package manager is T2, and you just T2 inst nano. Like all you need to do is T2 inst nano. Like that's all you need to do. And I have no idea what KDE Connect is. Project enables all your share between. Aha. What does it need? We can test this. Is it probably coming with... I mean, thank you for pointing this out. That sounds like something useful we should install, so I appreciate such tips. Private Clanker figure auto to fix things, so it fixes... That's amazing. Things, patches, things, invalidated things. Is goated, used it until it finally completely full. Is I use it until finally completed this the full. What do you mean? What do you mean goated? What programming languages are some 40? C, C++, a little bit Rust, Perl, Python, but I mean Perl, Python not regularly, like SAD, Org, and Pascal, and Swift, and Objective-C, and things, and assembler things. Why is this KDE Connect KDE? What? Download Connect is available. KDE Connect KCM desktop. Why is this KDE things, Sally things, Connect is Sallyfish Connect? Get involved page, KDE Connect, where is... Sounds useful, we should ship it. Maybe it's this one, but why is the name so strange? Okay, this card has a fin. Oh! It's getting pretty hot, this Weaver 04. Of course, greatest of all time. I totally understand Goat. I would play Polyphia Goat now and welcome everyone if it were not for YouTube copyright things. Why is this name so strange? Why is it KDE? I don't understand why. Why is this named KDE Connect KDE? Is available things. GNOME users might prefer using GS Connect GNOME extension. Using the GS Connect. extension GNOME things. Can we ship set complete implement things GitHub GS Connect extension cell? Okay, world politics things. Are we still building? We're not building. Let's go. The best. So did I 586 here? No, I didn't. So maybe 586. Ah, shit, right, Ray needs to spin up. What are you at the moment? You should never use Windows. Doesn't support your CPU. Like, dude, boy or girl, man, you should never use Windows. I stopped using Windows 25 years ago, man. And if SRoot is still I, that's okay. We need the same. I've only that needs to be there. And welcome, Andre. So 7 stuff. We need 586 desktopy things of .3. That's probably built now. 2107. Oh shit, is it late? And then in our 46 sys route, actually, nah. We need the matching. Probably moved my mouse cursor. I hate the mouse. 586 things of lib modules. Lib modules, huh? Like that, and then reboot. Is it here? Lib modules. Hello? Are you awake? What you thinking so long? Why? What's NFS server doing? Hello? Why did this just stop? What's Serial Console doing? I don't understand what happened here. But we can also just power cycle it. Maybe I should not put my I was here from the start, but hi. Oh, did I miss you? But hi anyway. Here from the start and not saying a word, right? Right. I'm being watched. The computer, there's an error. T2 fully check out, run T2 inlays to update thing. Why is my finger getting damaged? Damn it. Does it ever heal? Couldn't find 586.713 T2. Why not? Why could you not find that? What did I... 586 713. Oh, I renamed this wrong. Because this was from SGI. Now you can find it. Can you boot now? Yeah, I need even better infrastructure. Even more automation. Even more auto-deployment. Even more continuously here from a start too. I can speak English very well and don't understand what you do, but I can't stop watching. That's amazing. That's exactly how it should be. Learning English, learning computer things, and enjoying all of it, right? So, screen... Oh, wait, what? Why does this not... Wait, what? Why does... Wait, what? Why does this not work? Maybe I had a custom init.rd build with this. Damn it, why is there always something? Oh, you know what? It's probably I recently had fixed the netrd. I think we didn't have the... I think I just recently... But this system has enough memory that should load init.rd. Just like for 486 we don't do that. Here, my pressure is 630? Why does it say 630? 630? Somehow that is off. Pisses me really off that I took so long for my thumb to heal and now I should run. Do you use Discord? Yes. You don't need full-blown universal logic things or things. We have a GitHub for supporters. For if you support us with $1. $1 support things gives you Discord access to. You type too much. What do you mean I type too much? With the thumb? No, I probably... My thumb is not healing for a year, which pisses me really off. Like once I cut into it, like cleaning vegetables, like a year ago. And no, I think first I burned my thumb at the pan cooking, and then I had some burn mark there, and that was healing shitty for a week, and then it was nearly healed. I cut into the nearly healed thumb there with a knife cutting vegetables, and then playing with my child and stuff. Like each week, like on a playground and on a bicycle and stuff, like for a year I kept tearing this. Each time it was mostly healed, I teared it off with lifting my child, lifting a bicycle down. I was like, now I put plasters and things for a year, and like now I probably scratch it with some bloody PCIe card again, which, man, like that you belong. So yeah, my body tells me like, don't leave your keyboard and don't touch PCI cards too much. Oh, here, did this work? Did this mode set? Did this wipe coded thing fix something? Do we have Novo on Reaver TNT just how it's meant to be? With like T2 Linux, you know, the one last Linux where like some crazy dude fixes bloody everything. Now with a clanker. Novo DRM, it's like holy fucking chipmunks. Does X start? Do we have Mesa 3D? The only Linux distribution where Reaver TNT from like over 20 fucking years works. Thank you, Clanker. This probably doesn't Gilix gears, right? This probably needs... I would expect that to need Ember branch or a more than Ember branch or whatever. That's probably software. Like, so that might work in software. Yeah, that's really inefficient code. That's most likely software. Because like free desktop and Xorg, like obviously that's we could make this work soon. Yeah, LVM soft pipe. So that's really slowly rendered in bloody LLVM pipe. It might work with mode setting with Ember. Like maybe it potentially could maybe work. But like do this T2 Linux, you all like this T2 Linux. I'm telling you, like these guys are onto something. Everything they bloody make to work. No faster than freaking ever. Let's maybe restart. Like you, best clanker, man, you're so generous. Appreciate your 100 knocks. I mean, this is just increasingly just wood, right? Like if that's, I mean, the only thing better than this will be 3D accelerated. We will, like, shall I subscribe? We will soon. Theoretically, unfortunately, I need to go. Yeah, 2021, like I need to go. Oops. Wanted to post that. Theoretically, we need to test which of those patches we really need. I don't really trust the clanker that both patches are needed. Maybe only one is needed. We can test this another day when, but like, that is the difference between all the other news distributions. It does not work for 10 years, right? I tested it 3 times. It never worked. Took a LVM clanker thing of things. Do you prefer iPhone? 15, when iPhone was new, I preferred iPhone. I still have the first iPhone here. Soon T2 Linux on the first iPhone. But now I prefer Android. Theoretically, I would want T2 phone, right? Like we need to make T2 phone happen next. Now that we have a clanker, we can make this happen even faster. Oh, there are interrupt things of status things. Hey clanker, there is some issue. I mean, we have some free tokens for today, right? We could, while we shut down, like while we wind down, we could what the heck is, I don't even know anymore. I think I remember seeing this. It's not the first time I've seen this. I've seen this somewhere else. I don't think I ever had this card here working recently, so maybe this was with some other NVIDIA card. Potentially things. Did we had another? S3 Verge. Yeah, so there are some things that apparently maybe only fail with 64-bit, like S3 Verge, and like the other things that we had of good news first message means your card is now past BIOS init, Novo is up. Yes, I know that, thank you. You didn't have things, rectangle text things, or if that's an XS pass of Novo, not anything 3D, things of message data, things of unclipped rectangle things, that usually means the practice it's the two object thing service is not what the engine expects that the rect arrives classically context switching two things no before and first is one off, does it it repeats. Single occurrence versus a continuous stream points to quite different causes. Sounds quick bisect to a quick bisect. Yeah, sure. False of X starts disable of no ethyl things of. Let me look at Novo's NVO4G or class state of. It's like, yeah, I tell you, this is new Brave. This is Brave New World. Yeah. Given that no other news cares about stuff and everyone else just actively deletes things, welcome to your next favorite Linux distribution, where we not only carefully test everything that ever was sold, shipped, and amazing, we also undelete, right? Actively undeleting stuff and making all of this work better than ever before. Only live here on these channels. Hope you and things pattern isn't consistent. Every accessory of things is line doesn't let me confirm against upstream before calling it a bug. Yeah, we further improve this. I want to see like soon, like now that we have this clinker assist. What even was my password here? Now that we have this clinker assistant, we can fix everything faster, man. How many X drivers are broken in the world in total? Well, in most other Linux distributions, most extreme except the mainstream is broken. We have already for years. I'm not new to this, right? Nearly only in T2 Linux do most of the vintage drivers work. Plus, all the other Linux distributions use Xorg with XAA deleted, so even those that do work, the few at the other Linux distributions that do work have no acceleration, so they are bloody slow. So basically, don't delay, just switch to T2 Linux, whether it's for vintage and retro or the latest and greatest. Like basically, only in T2 Linux is everything increasingly amazing. Helping NVIDIA in 2026. Yes, with helping NVIDIA with making my brother's first GPU and Diamond Viper V550 or whatever. It's reverting TO4 NVIDIA probably. Hey, how many LLMs can we run on an NVIDIA RV04 thing with? Wait, the message means what the methods that's gr inter things of notify interrupt only silently handles as end source says illegally things. What's the software message emulation pass? Your source is state invalid, not illegal method, so that isn't a method nor will fail to emulate. Things isn't refused execution, things of because GDI valid. 24-bit context, one word in PRAM in. Things is clear. The engine considers object bound state. By the way, we learned this for PS3, right? PS3 is NV40 or so, which is pretty similar. Ironically, obviously, clear considers object bound state incomplete. The surface depends on the operation. The pattern or better objects are in the marked bound. The bit is computed by things NV widget driver by the bind things of operation and has the bug. The last function has the bug things. Every other place that reads the current object class from PRAM and it's the instance of context 1 and NV04 gr set context will use things plus things, and the dispatcher itself does NVKM RD like read 2032, so device 700,000 hex plus 700,000 hex plus inst ended FF hex at line 1018 line things is missing the thing, so the read class byte of whatever object happens sit and PRAM offsets instead of the object method belongs to. The value it gets is junk and it's used exactly one decision if data things return false, which are never things. I wanted to be honest about one cap. I want to be honest. Like first it started with you're right, Dave. You're right. It's like. Yeah, now it's like, to be honest, I tried to diff this against the mainline to see whatever local regression your tree long-standing, but the web force fetch was blocked by the sandbox, so I couldn't confirm it either way. The line is intentionally inconsistent, the rest of the file, and it's wrong on things that confirmed before the patch class prim read things of want me to go ahead and prepare a fix, and one thing would confirm before I patch if the class byte things check would pass the fault would have a combined method things difficult can check whether the first occurrence demask by any net gr things illegal method things of line context around the first error from X startup would settle it. Want me to go ahead and prepare the plus inst, prepare the fix and save the patch. we didn't even token max today. Oh shit, my boss will not be happy. Due didn't token max enough. Hello, first time chatter. Are you using local? No, we are using Anthropic things. Tried local models, but they're yes, local models, like sophisticated local models. We lost him. No, like you, like we things we made ours. We upgraded from 10x to 50x. Like next we need to multitask like in Password Snowfish and become a 100x developer. Like next we need to redecorate. Next I need to find an abundant thing. I need some abundant industrial loft conversion thing somewhere for cheap. Here I need an abundant warehouse. Cannot like Due, if you cannot support us with like $1 here, budget, 100,000 euro budget, find me approximately 1,500 kilometers around Berlin, meaning find me something in Germany, like on Facebook Marketplace, as cheap as possible. I need some abundant warehouse for upgrading my film location and not have emergency service sirens going all day and my peace and harmony. Preferably cheap, can be abundant, can be off-grid. Solar cells, we got it. As cheap as possible. 1,500 kilometers around Berlin, meaning Poland, Czech, France, Switzerland, probably too expensive. Denmark, things. Obviously run down, we renovated YouTube season stuff, renovating abundant off-grid things, so for and then password swordfish, here password swordfish SGI, here they have here a scene in password swordfish, the movie things, and I have here's this hacker scene where this, no, not this. I'm surprised that Google doesn't find this. I have already 2 SGI displays here like this. This here, you all. Does it Facebook? I don't have Facebook. No, I like just here, and then we like. Due, can you not like? I hate this modern slow shit. Like Due on the 200 MHz Pentium, this was snappier. Like Due, this is also shitty. Here and then we multitask. Like then we multi-agent loop here on like dozens of displays. We can even recreate like why is this shit so slow, man? Here, open image in new tab thing. Does that new tab here? I have already 2 of those displays. That's SGI 1600 stuff. I have one SGI open LDI converter, and so one of those displays we need to drive is an SGI02, and the other display we need to drive with a SGI multi-link converter. And then we are nearly there with this scene here. Hollywood movie things with SGI and things. You broke, yeah, I broke Facebook. I'm not using Facebook, like don't drag me on Facebook. Are you and the Clanker motivated to use Ex Libre? Ex Libre is the biggest scam niche broken shit on like Due. Like our Xorg is things. Are you the creator of T2 Linux? Yes. Why do you always bother me with Ex Libre? That's like Ex Libre is some fake project thing of pointlessly. It's like, I'm sorry if the creator of that watches here, but it's simply not amazing. Like the best Xorg is the best and only X implementation is the one in T2 Linux, which is Xorg based with some 100 fixes. Why should I switch from our carefully, like, decade polished Xorg where nearly everything works to Ex Libre where everything is broken? Like, I don't get this. Like, you literally ask for a down date that breaks nearly everything. It's like, you guys are funny. Wait, why do we... Ah, this is the other set things. We test this here another day, like maybe tomorrow or so. Oh, that's also in. Oh, that's also in. Wait, that's also in kernel. Oh, that's also in kernel. Holy chipmunks! I didn't expect that to be in kernel. Also, how many dependencies? Okay, so that like we a little information overload. Where do we SCP that of? Let's save that. And then we actually wanted to, and I really need to go. What's my password here? Oh, I need to switch to SSH key things even locally. No, why not? Like holy, we got some things done. Like, do we get? Can you download Minecraft? I guess you could. NixOS. Nix OS ist NixOS für mich. Just don't distro hop, just use D2 Linux. You make me so sad. You make me so sad with your questions. So, okay, KD, did this even ever build? This is KDE. I've not forgotten your KDE Connect thing. Did this ever? Oh, it did build. Okay, what crazy dependencies would it have? KDE Connect, KDE. What crazy shit would it try to? Okay, that's maybe, potentially maybe, oh, Qt connectivity. We could try to ship it. Okay, this fails quickly. Yay, how did this fail quickly? KP, whatever that is, things of version, accepted version of bloody hell. No further questions, Your Honor. No further questions. We will test this things because I have to run. I added to do here, like, yeah, obviously to do, continue to make all graphic cards work again. And all GPUs, no GPU left behind here. Like multiple, we created 3 new drivers. Ex Libre, we created 3 new X drivers. When have you the last time heard someone creating a new X driver? We created YTech. Okay, we ported NetBSD, SGIO2, Crime and made it, wiped it better. And we created SGI, vPro, and we improved Impact and others. And it's like due. Maybe rename it KD Connect things. K people and that's K people. Or like due. It's like due. My brain did totally not recognize the people in like do you know that you write gay people. It's like gay people. It's like, yeah, like holy tongue twister things. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed to learn something. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon for all the continuation stuff to come, right? And to celebrate that we don't end with our AI themed music that you can share. Like, also obviously don't forget to don't delay, try to Linux. But while we find someone to rate you to, have a good day or night. I hope you enjoyed this. But of course, the goat Linux here. Maybe we rename. Maybe we need a goat as. How about a goat, a T2 goat mascot?